The other thing I learned, which I already knew, but what a wonderful city we live in, and how necessary it is to protect that city. Things coming from, such as SB 9, coming from Sacramento, the emergence of ADUs, auxiliary dwelling units, how that's going to change our city into a higher density city is of great concern to me. Diminishing sand being brought down, whether it's back by the Santa Ana River or San Juan Creek riverbed, that sand is no longer coming down those streams and creating that natural sand for the city, for our beaches, and we have to protect that. We protect it by number one, sand replenishment, but that will only be part of the solution. We could spend the federal government, the state government, and San Clemente could spend $25–30 million in bringing sand here, but if we then don't engineer a plan, and I don't have that plan, but some sort of plan to protect the beach, protect that sand, and engage in renourishment of our beaches, that will be the entire effort will be for naught. If we're going to look at 11,000 to 12,000 people living at our city limits, I have a concern that they're going to use our resources. They're going to use our parks, they're going to use our youth recreation facilities, Little League Baseball, they're going to use our streets, they're going to use our swimming pools, and yet they will be a group that will not be subject to our property tax. However, I don't have a huge appetite for adding 10, 11, 12,000 people to our city. I think what we need to do, and this is what my motion was meant to do, and the staff report we'll get from that, is to look at the pros and cons. I think we need to have a plan in place, because this is going to happen within in the next 5 years or so. Consequently, we really need to have a plan in place to see how that's going to impact the city and what is our best course of action. As a candidate, you can be a bit of a provocateur. As a council member, you can continue to be a bit of a provocateur within the confines of treating your fellow council members as colleagues, not as enemies. But as mayor, I think you have to transition once again into a position, you're the leader. You are the person that is the presiding officer of the meeting. So if you're the presiding officer of the meeting, you can't be provoking your other council members. If you're the presiding officer of the meeting, you need to ensure there's decorum at the meeting. These are things you don't necessarily have to do as a citizen, a candidate, or a council member. But as the mayor, it's incumbent upon you to do that.